What's up, guys? DC here, welcoming you back to another episode of Wolf Lodge. On the last episode, we reached our dried-in goal. This episode, we start planning for the future going forward. Let's get started. Okay, the future and what that's going to look like here at Wolf Lodge. Now, when thinking about the future, I have to reflect on the past a little bit and ask myself what has made us successful here so far. And that has always been picking out a goal, working really hard to achieve that goal, and then celebrating that goal when we accomplish it. So moving forward in the future, we have to pick out our next goal. And I cannot believe I'm saying it, but our next goal is a finished and livable structure. So what's it gonna take to accomplish a finished and livable structure? 1, a finished interior. Insulation, walls, countertops, cabinets, fireplace, furniture, and so much more. And then 2, being a finished exterior, mainly being a deck and exterior siding. The question that we're going to try to answer today is what to start on first. So when answering the question of what to start on first, I have to ask myself, what's more of a priority? Interior work or exterior work? And after thinking a little bit about this, I am ready to be moved out of this shed and into here to start enjoying this structure. Now, this shed has been a great living quarters for the last several years, providing me great shelter, but I am ready to be moved into this structure to start enjoying it and have a new living quarters to work out of while finishing all the work necessary to complete our finished goal. So that's what I'm gonna start on first, turning this area here into a bedroom. There are several tools I need to start turning this into a livable space, and those tools are sitting in my truck. So my first task for today is to hike out, go get those tools, and start bringing them in. So let's get started. I have several tasks before I can even begin work on bringing that bedroom up to living standards. First, I need to hike in the tools necessary to start that work. Tools that need to be hiked in on this trail. So I need to make sure that this trail is running completely smooth, free of any obstacles. Obstacles such as this tree that has fallen over the winter time. Okay, I just finished getting the hiking trail up to par, getting it prepared to start hiking in some tools. Now this is where the hiking trail and the road meet. Well, I guess you can call it a road. So this is where I park the vehicle in the summertime and start the 1 mile hike in to the property. So my next objective is getting the truck to the parking spot. Let's go see what that involves. Okay, so I'm walking the road back to the truck and kind of scouting out what I need to do to get that thing up here. You can see there's still going to be some snow on the road, So I have to chain up. That's gonna be one objective. Okay, some more snow that I'm gonna have to chew my way through with tire chains. You can see we got a tree here that we need to get rid of. So the road just turns into a river, and one thing you can do to mitigate soil erosion on roads is divert the water off the road. You can see right here, we built up like a little dam to divert water out and away from the road. And that really helps cut down on soil erosion. So we made it to the truck, and you can see why the truck is not at the trailhead yet. Still a big patch of snow left over that tire chains just won't cut through. We're gonna have to do some digging here to get this truck to move any further. Why we want this truck to be as high as possible on this road is because here's the tools. We want to get those as close to the trailhead as possible to cut down the workload that we have to do to get these things into the property. Okay, I think that's enough clearing to get this truck through. We'll see. Next task, putting on tire chains to give us the best possible chance for making it through this stuff as we go up. Okay, all 4 chains are on, and anybody who's put on tire chains knows just what a pain in the butt they could be and just how dirty of a job it is. But hopefully I'm gonna demonstrate here why it's worth it to go through this pain and suffering. And that is why we do it. 4 tire chains will chew just through about anything. Okay, the truck is parked in its parking spot for the first time this summer. That is huge logistically for construction going forward this summer. That is because this is as close as to the property we can get with a vehicle for driving in tools like this one. Now, my work begins, hiking those tools in on the 1-mile trail that starts right here. So there are 2 pieces of equipment that I'm gonna try to hike in today on this trail. First being this table saw, and if I'm successful doing that, I'm gonna try to go for this 85-pound planer. So table saw first as a warm-up. Yeah, that's how sick I am, using this table saw as a warm-up. And then go for this 85-pound team lift DeWalt planer. I'd say this is one of the most crucial pieces of equipment to this entire project here, the frame pack. This is what brings in, well, this and me is what brings in stuff like this. Oh, just a little light warm up. Okay, my 1 mile hike with this table saw starts now. Kick the tires, light the fires. So, besides getting tools and equipment in onto the property this way, can anyone guess what the #1 benefit to doing things this way is? So, the #1 benefit to doing things this way is, well, you can maintain a Greek godlike figure without having to pay $100 for a gym pass each month. You gotta keep a sense of humor when doing sick things like this. All right, first hike of 2 out of the way. I made it. Come on. And that wasn't even the hard one. Okay, the table saw made it. I'm gonna drink some water, get a bite to eat, and then head back to get that 85-pound planer. You need to have some secret weapons when doing stuff like this. Pre-workout mix. Okay, I got some water in me, some food in me, and some pre-workout mix in me. Some pre-workout from Jeff Cavalier over at athlenex.com. Not a sponsor, no sponsors here at Wolf Lodge, but absolutely love the product, and it'll blow your socks off and have you begging for more. So let's get started on this hike number 2. Woo! All right, back at the truck. Another mile on the old leg odometer. So it begins. the 85-pound planer. Oh, I can already tell this is gonna be fun. Oh yeah, you see that? Team lift, 85 pounds. 2 people required to probably take it off the shelf and put it in a shopping cart. not carried 1 mile through the woods with 300 feet of elevation gain, but it's what we do around here. Oh, me. All right. Let's start. Kick the tires, light the fires. Woo! Oh. So, as I move through the forest here, I'm reminded of a fact I heard a couple days ago from a scientific, reputable source. Did you know that scientists recently discovered that trees communicate with each other? Yeah, they bark. I told you need to keep a sense of humor when doing something like this. Last push. Whew. Ah. Well, drama aside, just there. The 85-pound planer is in. Oh, you know, it actually felt pretty good. Got a good sweat going on, good workout, and all things considered, Oh, that felt pretty good. So that was just a little taste of what it's been like the last couple years, bringing in all the tools, material, equipment needed to build this structure. 7,000 pounds of concrete was brought in like that. A 1,500 pound lumber mill was brought in like that. Bringing in all those things in on my back has been an experience that I will not forget in 100 lifetimes. Like I said, one of the main, most important pieces of equipment on this build has been these frame packs. I mean, these things are absolutely bulletproof. They carry just ungodly amounts of weight. This plus so I'm gonna grab a little bit more water, maybe some food, and then I'm gonna start work on this bedroom. Start getting it to livable, comfortable conditions. Yes, I am a twisted individual. The pre-workout was still kicking, so I went back for another lap, another 2 miles round trip to pick up the legs and the guide for the table saw and the chainsaw that I hiked out this morning that I used for trail work. I'm about halfway back, and then when I get back, I'm gonna start work on that bedroom. Okay, I'm back after my third trip for a total of 6 miles hiked today. Now, I want to get started on this bedroom, and the first thing I need to do is see if my generators will power these tools. So on the box of that planer, it reads 15 amps, and the sticker on this generator reads 29.2 amps. So, I mean, it should power it, right? I'm not very proficient on electricity, but we have doubled up on just about everything here on the property. So I'm gonna give it a shot, see what it does, and hey, if we blow this thing up, we got another one. Okay, we got the generator ready to go, and these two pieces of equipment sitting here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess by saying that this table saw is gonna require a little less power demand than that planer. Now, I've been looking on this thing and trying to find an amperage requirement. Oh, there it is right there. 12 amps. So if that generator is about 30 and this is a 12 amp requirement, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this should work, right? Let's give it a shot. Love when they start on first pulls. Okay, 29 amp generator and a 12 amp table saw. Let's give it a shot. It definitely did not like that. Luckily, I got a bigger but older generator sitting on the property. I'm gonna give that a shot and see if it does any better, but first I have to go find it and get it. All right, so here's our bigger generator. It has been sitting out in the elements for God knows how long. But it is bigger, much older generator. So let's give this a shot and see if this doesn't perform a little bit better. Sorry, generator, I love you, but you've been demoted. give this a shot. Well, still didn't like it, but it liked it a little bit more than the last one. Let's unbox the planer and see how the planer does. All right, it didn't like it on startup, but after startup, it got progressively better sounding. A lot better sounding than the 4,000 watt generator did. The problem I see though is that this table saw is a lot smaller in power demand than that planer, but of course we're gonna give it a shot. So let's start unboxing that thing. All right, here we go. Good luck, buddy. Wow, that actually didn't sound bad at all. All right, that actually didn't sound too bad. The generator definitely sounds like it can power that. Well, let's I'm excited to test this out. Let's put a piece of wood through it and see what it does. Good luck, buddy. That actually performed better than expected. Wow, that did a beautiful job. Oh, I am happy with that. Look at that piece. Wow. All right, I am really stoked on this setup. All right, that planer generator combo works. That board is absolutely gorgeous. I'm happy about that. So the first thing I'm going to do to this bedroom to bring it up to living conditions is give it a ceiling. I'm actually gonna kill two birds with one stone by doing that. I'm going to give life to this loft up here and give this bedroom a nice ceiling. So let's get started. All right, guys, I just spent the last hour or so setting up this dado blade. Now, this dado blade is what's gonna cut our tongue and groove style flooring. I have a 1/2 inch dado here, so a 1/2 inch for the groove, a 1/2 inch on one side for the tongue, and a 1/2 inch on the other side for the tongue, equaling 1.5 inches, and that's what our boards are. I'm not gonna lie, that was really tough by myself with a board this size. Now, another person on that side would make things a lot easier, but I'm up here by myself this weekend. You can see just how uneven the end side of the board is, but the beginning of it went pretty well. That looks pretty even to me. So I'm gonna give it some more practice, run a couple more, and see if I can't come up with a method to make this easier on myself. We almost are out of light for today, but I really want to try to get this board up and in the loft. That is really tough by myself. So what I think I'm gonna do in the future is, before I cut the tongue and grooves on the table saw, I'm gonna cut these boards to their exact length on the miter box. And what that's gonna do is cut down on unnecessary weight, hopefully making my job on the table saw a little bit easier. Now, I'm gonna cut this board to length and take it up in the loft and see if I can't get the first board installed before I lose light here. The sun has disappeared, so I probably got about a half hour or so left of light. Let's cut this board. All right, guys, the first loft floorboard is in place. So this is where the vertical ladder is going to come up to get to this loft. So I don't want any overhang on these floorboards to come past this floor joist. So I'm going to have to take this board back down, shave about 1 inch off it, and then bring it back up here, and it should be ready to be screwed down. But I am all out of daylight, so I'm gonna spend what remaining light I have cleaning up here, and we'll get back at this tomorrow. So see you tomorrow, guys. Oh, beautiful morning here. Okay, last night I left off on making boards that serve both as a ceiling for the bedroom and a floor for that loft. Today's task is to start making and installing more of those boards. So last night I was having problems with my first board, running it through the table saw on my own. It was pretty difficult to keep the board running straight and level. So I thought about it last night, and I came up with using this level as an extra guide to help me move these boards through the table saw a lot better. The other thing I came up with was cutting these boards down to exact length to cut down on unnecessary weight. That's going to help me also to move these boards through the table saw. All right, I got my first board with both tongue and groove. Let's go see if it fits. All right, first time trying to mate a groove from one board and a tongue from another. Let's see how I did. You know, for my first time ever trying tongue and groove, I mean, that ain't too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's start laying some more boards. All right, I got 3 boards down and I am absolutely floored. Hey-oh! I'm absolutely floored on how this is turning out. Again, this is my first time trying tongue and groove and I'm thinking it's looking beautiful, so I'm gonna keep rolling. View from down below, starting to look good. There's the bedroom ceiling. And it is looking good. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 floorboards installed. Now these are looking absolutely fabulous. I'm really happy on the way these turned out. It's about time for me to clean up and get out of here, but I'm gonna come back in the next couple days and finish these loft floorboards out. And that is gonna finish the ceiling for this bedroom. And that is our goal here, to get this bedroom into livable conditions. Oh, I am loving this. All right, guys, if you enjoyed what you saw here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss a future episode. I'm DC saying we'll see you next time here at Wolf Lodge.